Welcome back, besties. And for those who do not know me, hello. My name is Noah, and on this channel, we talk about death, true crimes, haunted people, places, and things, spiritual reparations, and how you can fuck around and find out. If you're not subscribed, I encourage you to subscribe, bestie, and make sure your notification bell is on. And if you're not following me over on TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook, follow me there as well. Before we start, I just want to remind everyone that booked the spiritual retreat in Bali, Indonesia for next July 2025 to check your emails. I did send each and every one of you guys an email inviting you to the Discord so that we can make additional plans on top of the plans and activities that we already have set for the trip. And for those who have no idea what I'm talking about, I am going to Bali with you guys, with my besties in July of 2025. It's going to be a spiritual retreat, but we also will be turning up, building an even smaller community within my very small community. So if you're interested in going, go ahead and click the link down below. I will leave it in the description for you to book your spot. It's only $523 to reserve your spot. Yes, you can make payment plans. Yes, you can finance the trip. But the first step is going ahead and reserving your spot because we are running out. It is a super small group. Also, another friendly reminder, I do have a live call-in show that I host every Tuesday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central, and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the official Calls from Beyond YouTube channel, where we listen to you guys' spooky cryptid stories live. So if you're interested, go ahead and click the link down below. It will take you directly to the Calls from Beyond channel where you can subscribe and listen in on Tuesdays or call us and tell us your stories. On today's episode, I will be covering a very highly requested video. I have gotten several DMs and emails regarding this case, and that is the very sensitive case of Dana Jackson, who traveled from Charlotte, North Carolina to Haiti to do an initiation ceremony to become a mambo or a voodoo priestess. Now, before we even start this video, I need all of y'all to just be good and do good in the comments. Voodoo is a religion. Okay, it is a religion and is to be respected as such. I wasn't even going to cover this case because there's enough disgusting stigmas about voodoo, and it is rooted back in colonization and racism. And I did not want to even contribute to that rhetoric. Like, I'm not here for that. But I hope me sharing Miss Jackson's story and her GoFundMe, it will help her son lay her to rest and get more answers. On July 1st, Dana Jackson traveled to Haiti on a spiritual retreat with a group of individuals that she had been communicating with so that she can do her initiation into priestesshood. Miss Dana's son, Timothy, explained that his mother had been practicing voodoo for a number of years. She was a part of an online community and she was ready to step into mambo. Now, what is a mambo? A mambo is the female counterpart to a ugan, and they are priestess in the religion. They're able to perform complex rituals, take on godchildren, and just basically be a pillar for the community that they build. So she was going over to basically go to the next level in her voodoo journey. Like I said, she had a community. It's not like she just went over there by herself. She traveled in a group, and her son Timothy said that she had been researching voodoo for years. Okay, she did her due diligence in knowing what she was doing, where she was going. When you go down to get your priestesshood, to become a mambo, there is a certain part of the ritual that you cannot have outside contact with the world. Okay, you cannot speak to anyone outside of the circle that's already within an initiation. He did talk to his mother right before this was going to happen. So on the 13th, Miss Dana reached out to her son Tim via WhatsApp and said, hey, I'm not going to be able to talk to you until the 21st. We're going to go to church, get everything done, but you won't hear from me until the 21st. And I'm sure they had a conversation before she even left the States that this part of the ceremony was going to come, because that's a whole 13 days. And Timothy even said he was nervous about his mom going in the first place because, of course, this is a foreign country. And even though she's going with a group, that group didn't include him. He don't know them people, so he's overprotective of his mother. After what may have felt, and he didn't say this, but I'm assuming him and his mom were super close, y'all. So after what felt like probably forever, the 21st comes and he goes into a panic because he realizes his mother had not reached out to him. And he's like, that's super weird. Like, she keeps her timelines. She was supposed to reach out to him on the 21st. And it was totally unlike her to break her word, especially in a foreign country. This poor man probably was on pins and needles waiting to hear from his mama. And he did not hear from her. Instead, on the evening of the 22nd, he heard from his grandmother, who said that his mother would not be returning from Haiti, that she had passed away. He is absolutely devastated, y'all. I mean, he even said in the news interview, he completely lost it. He was at work and he was just utterly devastated. I couldn't imagine. Me and my mother are close. We are best friends. I couldn't imagine losing her in such a sudden matter and without any real reasoning or real cause of death. So, of course, Timothy reaches out to someone that was in the group that she was with. So he reaches out to one of the voodoo leaders that was in charge of Miss Dana's group. And the first thing this leader asks is, how much do you know? Excuse me, sir? What do you mean? So, of course, Timothy was suspicious, and even though all of her ceremonies went well, he believed, his gut feeling was telling him that something sinister happened during that last ceremony, because Miss Dana was nearly done. She was only days away from returning to the United States. She completed her ceremony, and she was a mambo at the time of her death. So according to this person that was in the group, the leader, Miss Dana fell ill during the ceremony and fainted. And when she came to, she believed or thought that she was in Virginia. But Miss Dana and her son and her family hadn't lived in Virginia in over a year. The group told Timothy that they transported his mother to a hospital where she had a stroke and then suffered a heart attack, which ultimately led to her passing. They also told Timothy that she didn't bring her medicine, which struck Timothy as odd because Miss Dana wasn't taking any medications that was related to any heart issues or any stroke issues. Now pause, okay? Because my mother had a stroke and she was highly confused. She kept referencing Las Vegas as Sacramento, California, because she was so confused. Strokes do something to the brain. But at the same time, why are you mentioning medications? I don't know if there was a language barrier where they were asking Timothy about medications or telling Timothy about medications, but Timothy took it as they were trying to perpetuate a lie of, oh, she just didn't bring her medicine. She wasn't taking her medicine, when he knows for a sure fact his mother was not on any medications to prevent a stroke. My mother will be on medications to prevent another stroke for the rest of her life. So she had not had any strokes, any heart attacks prior to her visit to Haiti. So since Timothy knows his mother was not on medication for any of the ailments that she supposedly suffered, this was a huge red flag for him, and he became suspicious. Now, mind you, this happened somewhere around the 21st of July. Let's say between the dates of the 13th and the 21st. It is August 21st. It's been a full 30 days. Almost down to the day, depending. He was supposed to get his mother's body back, but he has no idea where it's at. He also stated that he doesn't even know if the U.S. Embassy was involved or knew of Miss Dana's death until about 4 days ago. Can you imagine? The U.S. Embassy is there to protect American citizens while they're abroad. And they didn't even know about this until a couple days ago. Now, Haiti is under a level 4 travel restriction by the United States. They got a lot going on. And some of the Haitian people that I have seen online are saying the reason why her body has not been given back to him is because of this drama that's going on in Haiti. Also, her body has been transported to 3 different locations. So her body is being moved around. And again, my Haiti brothers and sisters who understand better than I do has said that it's because they are having power outages and they want to make sure that Miss Dana's body is being preserved correctly. And that as of July, all of the non-emergency personnel has been ordered to departure, meaning that there are not a lot of people in Haiti to help United States citizens. Now that you have the story, here is what some of my mutuals think. Some of them think that she was turned to zombie, which is a soulless person that is forced to work for the person that turned them into zombie. Some speculate that she was kidnapped by the mermaids. And mind you, everybody I'm getting information from are either born and raised in Haiti or initiated as Mambo. One of the people that are initiated even channeled Dana. And whenever she came to her, she said that Dana's face, half of it was sagging, which is very common in stroke victims, but that this was never even supposed to be. I'm going to play a video of this channeling. I will be linking Miss Tammy down below. If you love spiritual content, if you like what you hear, go ahead and give her a follow. She does channel different celebrities, people, what have you.
Hey my beautiful people, so I am here to give you my mediumship channeling on Dana Jackson, the lady that went to the Haitian voodoo retreat in Haiti, and she did not return home because she died at the retreat. She was going to be a voodoo priestess. So in my previous video, I did tell you that I seen that there was a hex, spell, curse, whatever you want to call it, that was placed on her. So now that I have channeled her and I'm doing my mediumship, I can see the events that led up to that. So I'm going to tell you what happened to her. So when I went to go find her, I see her walking by some water. It does look like there's some sand in the area. The first thing that I noticed is that her face has shifted. One side of her face has shifted. So this gave me the impression that she suffered from some type of stroke or seizure. So before this happened, she was actually around a fire, and a man stands out to me that looks like he has some type of paint on his face. He's very distinct, but he stands out to me. He's actually sitting beside her. Now, while she's sitting around this fire and this man is there are some other people, but for some reason, this man stands out the most. So she's in a good mood. Nothing's wrong. She's just trying to be there and soak everything in. From what I can see is that this is some type of activity that was going on, and she called upon a deity that didn't ask for her. It looks like one of those things where they were just like instructing her to kind of just do what she feels, not really giving instructions. It's very like, not very informative to the people that's there. Like when I say not informative, not giving out the right information or not teaching them right. But she felt comfortable enough, and so she went with it. So here's when things went wrong. So while they're doing this activity, whatever it is, she starts seizing up, and it's almost like she's like frozen. So they lay her on the ground, and I see them actually get a rope and they tie it around her arms, and I'm thinking they do this to keep her from moving. So she's like can't move, she's very still. And I know this is hard to hear, but I give y'all the truth. I don't sugarcoat anything. So she comes out of that, but this is not when she dies. She comes out of that, and they put her, I see her in this tent, and they put her in there, and she goes to sleep. This is when she died. She died in her sleep. So before she actually seized up, there was some type of like cold feeling that came in her chest. So what that tells me right there, it was something that was literally like attaching to her soul. Something that should not have been. And she didn't know any better. That's the sad part about it. And the situation is very sad. This is why I tell people, like, you need to know who you're supposed to be worshiping. You can't just worship or call upon any deity that didn't call upon you. And the most sad thing about it is when she sees Dub, the person did not help her. They kind of just let it happen. But she should have never been put in that situation anyway. Also, one thing, before she did seize up, I see that she was given a liquid. To me, it looks like water, but I don't know if it's water. And they were like passing this liquid around. Now, like I stated in my previous video, she's not being tortured or anything like that. She's aware of what has happened to her. She's now just trying to fix it so she can move on in the afterlife. So I did want to put that out there. She's not being tormented, even though this was placed on her. She just wants to know how to fix it so she can move on. That's her main focus.
Now, in no way am I saying this is what happened, okay? But, I mean, I'm not a medium. I'm not. And it's just crazy, y'all. Y'all have to be careful in what y'all dabble in, because no, I don't think voodoo was the issue. It's the people around her that I believe was the issue. What I truly believe happened to Miss Dana was that possibly she had a stroke coming on. But I do think there was some kind of spiritual assassination. People around her that knew better. They knew better. I would highly recommend, if you are ever looking to go to another country, whether that be Africa, the Caribbean, hell, France, whatever, to do any spiritual work, that you really, really seek out the right people or person to guide you there. Because some people don't have the best intention for you. And that's really what it comes down to. I do believe that she was not aware that she was in danger of anything, but spiritual assassination is a thing. Spiritual assassination fronted by strokes, heart attacks, sudden death is a thing. And sometimes the law will reject. Sometimes you are not the chosen one. One of my mutuals that I featured on the channel even spoke about how 90% of Mambos, Ugans were born into the religion, meaning that they have that blood. And of course, we're all of some African descent, but some of us directly derive from Haiti. Haitian blood. These are Haitian spirits. They're not gods. They're not goddesses. They're spirits. Okay, they can do a lot. Either way, I send Miss Dana, her family, my deepest condolences. And I will be linking her GoFundMe down below. If you have it, please donate to the cause, because no one wants to pass away while they're trying to sharpen, elevate in their spiritual journey, no matter what that spiritual journey looks like. And if you would like me to cover a person, place, thing, situation, spiritual story, true crime, please comment down below. I will be leaving my email down below for you to email me, but me and my assistant try to get to all the stories that you guys send me, so just let me know. And once again, Austin and I do host a live call-in show where we listen to spooky calls from you guys. So if you're interested in calling in or just listening, please click the tag down below for the Calls from Beyond channel and subscribe, turn your notification bells on. And until next time, y'all do good, be good, and please stay safe. Please be careful the company you keep, especially in the spiritual way. Everybody don't want to see you elevate. Everybody don't care for you to elevate. Be safe. Interview everybody that you do spiritual work with. Make sure you meet these people. Make sure you are doing the proper divination here in the States first before you go get initiated somewhere else. Lay y'all down.